Welcome to the Mid Podcast. I'm your host, Catherine, and we're going to be talking about what led to the Battle of Alamance. Government corruption is nothing new and still goes on today. However, under the North Carolina Governor William Tryon and his friends, it led to a battle between colonists and militia. Under Governor Tryon, corruption within the royal government ran rapid in the eyes of the colonists. Many colonists in the backcountry of North Carolina felt the government was charging excessive fees for legal services, high taxes, and falsifying records so that government officials could claim land and dishonest sheriffs, which are still around today. Colonists thought the excessive fees that were being charged by lawyers and colonial officials was to line their own coffers to gain wealth. The colonists of North Carolina began to demand changes to the law. In the article Prelude to the American Revolution, The War of Regulation, a Revolutionary Reaction for Reform by Sarah Sadler, she discusses how the regulators tried to get the procedures and protocols changed, but were continuously blocked by the colonial government, especially Governor Tryon. So their next course of action, violence. Ms. Sadler paints a great picture of the corruption going on in North Carolina by talking about how sheriffs and judges are appointed. These appointments were done on recommendations of other gentry officials, not like it is today, where citizens get to vote people into these positions. Since sheriffs and clerks were not paid a direct salary, they received commissions off of fees from tax money. So they would charge excessive fees and pocket the extra. Abby Chandler, in her article, Unawed by the Laws of Their Country, Local and Imperial Legitimacy in North Carolina's Regulator Rebellion, states that sheriffs generally receive 5 to 8% of the initial tax assessments. There were few laws governing how much a percentage could be collected, so there was nothing stopping a corrupt government official from lying and saying a colonist had not paid their taxes or fees, leading these officials to seize property. I guess they did not have very good bookkeeping at this time. To get the attention of the royal government, they would publicly humiliate, intimidate, and sometimes flog officials that they believed to be corrupt. The colonists turned their focus to Sheriff Edmund Fanning, who was a very close friend of Governor Tryon. Colonists accused him of embezzling tax fees and charging excessive legal fees. Fanning became the symbol of resistance for the colonists due to his local and political corruption. Fanning's response to the regulators is he deemed them rebellions and insurgents who should be shot and hung. In a letter to Governor Tryon, he asked to raise a militia to deal with the regulators, or as he called them, traitorous dogs.